Hi everyone, Cindy here. I am going to be doing a session on Missy today. And what we're going to do is I'm going to show you how kind of the sessions work when you're working with me. All right, Missy. So what we're going to do is there something that you specifically kind of are having trouble with or would like to work on, or do you have a goal that you're trying to achieve that you're not achieving?
Yeah, there are a couple things, but definitely one thing I would love to work on or get clear about is how to like really solidify my business and what avenue I'm supposed to do it. I don't feel stressed, but I feel like I'm really close to achieving something, yet I don't totally know how to execute it. Like really execute it. Like I have a lot of information and I'm kind of stuck almost.
Okay. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to kind of look and check in and see what kind of blocks that are stopping you. So the reason why we don't achieve things is because we have some kind of energy block that we grabbed onto. So I'm going to kind of scan your energy here for a minute and just kind of see what comes up when it has to do with that. Okay, so first thing I'm picking up, and a lot of times we grab onto these from parents, from people that are around us, age 0 to 7 is kind of when they happen. It doesn't mean they don't happen after that, but first thing I'm hearing is 4 years old, and it's tied to mom, and it's somewhere that you had to kind of limit yourself. So it's almost like you couldn't express yourself completely, like there was something there that was stopping that. So what I'm going to do, and I'm seeing it kind of stored in your stomach. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to release it. So all the places that you're holding on to, 4 years old, tied to mom, that you couldn't be your true self, like you kind of had to hide a little bit being your true self. And it's almost like mom a little bit kind of made like, oh, don't do that, or don't be that, or don't act like that. So it's kind of stopping you now. So let's clear it. So all the places that you're holding on to that in any part of your body, we're going to ask for it to clear and delete. So what I'm doing is clearing all that energy from you. So just imagine letting the light come in and kind of push it out. All the places that it's not safe for you to be your true, authentic self in any part of your life. Okay, anywhere it feels impossible to be your true, authentic self 100%. I see it like you being a little girl and I just want to be giggly and happy and fun and jumping all over the place, and mom's like, no, don't, like, calm yourself down. Like, so that's kind of the picture I'm getting.
Okay.
So we're just going to clear anywhere that you have to limit yourself. Can you feel that in your stomach?
I feel it, yeah, on like the right. I also feel it on my right upper back and like right here.
Okay.
But somewhere over there.
Okay, so we're going to pull all that out.
And a little bit like in my heart.
Okay, and there was a little bit, you kind of went into confusion at that age because you were like, yeah, but I want to do this and I want to be this, but mom's telling me I should be like this. So let's clear that. So anywhere that you did that. Okay, and all confusion, anywhere that you're holding on to confusion, disappointment, I'm not enough. A little bit of I'm not enough. Okay, so all the places that you're holding on to I'm not enough, we're just going to ask for that to pull out. And sometimes I use my hands to pull it out, so I'm just kind of pulling the energy out.
Okay. It's so interesting because I remember the first time she put me in a beauty pageant. I think I was 6.
Okay.
But I might have been 4. But it was very like, first impressions really matter. So you better like, you know what I mean? And so I was always like,
be a certain way.
Yeah, like, I don't know.
Okay.
I haven't thought about that in a long time.
Okay, so a lot of times what happens is that thing that happened is it's releasing, it will kind of pop up in your head.
Yeah.
So that's actually very normal. It's just the energy leaving.
Okay.
Okay, so let's ask for it all to go and anywhere, however that made you feel as a little girl. I see it being, like I keep hearing the word confusion, and that's kind of tied to your business because you're confused on what to do because it feels like there's some part of you that doesn't feel like, ooh, I can't like maybe do it this way or I can't do it that way, that it has to be a certain way. So it feels like that's kind of stopping you there.
Yeah.
So all the way back there is
Yeah.
now preventing what's happening now.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're just going to ask for that all to clear all the way out of your body. Okay, and anywhere that little girl's a little bit sad because she had to be a certain way or act a certain way.
Is it okay that I close my eyes?
Sure,
Is that
sure,
weird? Okay.
sure. Yeah, so just imagine we're pulling it all out. Clearing, releasing, deleting in every part of your life. Okay, and we're going to clear, release, and delete all the places that you ever felt or feel like you're stuck or you can't be you, or anywhere that you stop yourself from being you. We're going to delete. Still a lot of energy leaving.
Feels like a vacuum.
Okay, so all the places that you're holding on to that, we're going to clear, release, delete. Okay, and anywhere the little girl's a little bit angry about it, we're going to clear. Okay, anywhere I can't be me, we're going to clear, release, delete. Anywhere it feels impossible to be me, we're going to clear, release, delete. Anywhere that I'm supposed to be, quote unquote, a certain way, we're going to clear. Okay, and anywhere that it's in any part of your body, we're going to clear, release, delete. Okay, and we're going to clear and release and delete anywhere that I keep hearing the word angry. So we're just going to clear it. So a lot of times when anger comes up, people say, oh, but I'm not angry, right? But it's not polite for us to be angry. So we shove it all down. So it's kind of somewhere in your energy field. And to me, it feels like, oh, but I just want to be me. And mom won't let me be me. So let's clear the anger that's attached to that.
Okay.
Now that I'm hearing 6 years old for that one. So all the places that you're holding on to anger. Okay, and that's also tied to dad. And I heard not feeling heard and understood with dad. 6 years old, 8 years old. Did you feel like you could really express yourself with dad or no?
Neither parent actually. Yeah, but I definitely didn't really talk to my dad.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So let's clear that. So all the places that you really just wanted to feel heard and understood, we're going to clear. Now I see that in your heart. So anywhere that you're holding onto that in your heart or any part of your body, and anywhere it kind of broke your heart that you couldn't, we're going to clear it. So let's clear all the places where you didn't feel heard and understood, and I'm getting a picture from dad, 8 years old, and I'm seeing it in your heart. So kind of like dad didn't make you feel like you could say what you wanted to say, or almost like you were dismissed. It feels like mom also, but I'm getting that we need to pull it out from dad.
Okay.
So all the places that you're holding on to that in any part of your body, I'm seeing it especially in your heart. So I'm just going to kind of help pull that out.
Yeah, when you brought up my dad, it was interesting because I couldn't communicate with words. So he would just be sitting there and I would show him my dance routines that I learned in dance class. And then I would be like, okay, bye. Like really awkward. And then I would just walk out and he never said anything.
Aww.
I was just like trying to communicate and that was like the only way I knew how.
Mm-hmm.
But we never spoke really. I just would dance and then like walk out.
Bye.
Yeah, it was really awkward, especially now that I think about it.
Yeah. Okay.
So I remember that feeling awkward, but it was like our only interaction. I was like, look what I learned today. And then I would leave. He would be like, he wouldn't even say anything. So.
Okay. So let's
I don't
clear
know if
that.
that's anything.
And no, that's huge. I mean, because it was kind of like you kind of were like, okay, now what do I do?
Yeah.
And again, I'm trying to do something to get him to engage with me, and my dad won't engage with me. And it was just because it feels like he didn't really know how, or he didn't kind of know what to do.
Yeah, he didn't. He was super sick. That's the other thing, like really sick.
Okay.
So he was always in this recliner in a dark room. It was like that side of the house where my dad was sick and not feeling well and disabled and depressed. And I was like trying to cheer him up, but we didn't have any rapport. So then I would just like try that and see if it did anything.
Okay.
But
yeah, so as a kid, you're probably like, okay, now what do I do kind of thing.
yeah.
Okay, so let's clear all the places in any part of your body that you're holding on to, kind of the stress and the trauma, and I'm getting the word, like the energy is speaking, it's confusion, like, okay, what am I supposed to do, and why can't I be me, and why doesn't he hear me or acknowledge me? Because to me, it like the energy is, okay, I did this beautiful routine for him.
Yeah.
And he's not acknowledging it.
Yeah.
So, okay, so let's clear all of that and anywhere that it's kind of manifested into other things in your life of not feeling heard and understood and acknowledged and me being me, because you were being you.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's clear.
He was, like, the way he expressed his acknowledgement was he would always be at my recitals.
Okay.
So it was like no dialogue, but my dad would never miss a recital. Always in the front row, always in the center with this big old camcorder. So embarrassing. But we would never talk.
Right.
But I knew he loved me because he was there.
Right.
So.
Sure. Well, and that's that was his way.
Yeah.
So it's not that it was wrong. It was just, that was his way.
Right. So.
Okay, so let's just pull that out. So all the trauma about it, because there's a little bit of, I heard trauma, so a little bit of trauma and confusion. Okay, and anywhere that's still limiting you in any part of your life, we're going to clear it. Okay, so we're going to pull that out. It's kind of like in the back of your heart, so I'm going to pull that out also. Okay, I'm just going to send some energy there because I feel like we need to send some energy to the back of your heart. So sometimes people, the energy kind of hides behind. You know, we kind of shove it behind or shove it down.
Yeah.
So we're going to pull that out. Okay, and I still feel like there's still some energy on I can't be me.
I feel like that a lot.
So let's see what age. I'm getting 12. So to me, I get kind of a picture of like being at school and feeling like you couldn't be yourself with your friends. So we're going to pull that out. Kind of like, you go into confusion, like I want to be this way, but I guess I should be this way. So it's kind of interesting because the energy is, I want to be unique and I want to be myself, but I guess I should kind of try to fit in because that's kind of the way I'm supposed to be or whatever that is.
I was always like I would be the one person that would hang out with every group.
Okay.
Like that was the Asian group, the cheerleaders, the jocks, the gangsters, and I would talk to all of them. But then I didn't belong anywhere because I talked to everybody.
Right.
So I wanted to see like what was going on everywhere, but then I would be left like, okay, well now what? You know, because everyone else would like go off into their groups, but I wanted to hang out with everyone.
Right.
So.
Which is actually awesome. But as a teenager, you're probably like, okay, now what do I do? Kind of
yeah.
thing.
And then I remember because my cousin went to middle school with me. I think it's 12. I don't know what age that is, but I'm half Filipino and half Caucasian.
Okay.
So I didn't know if I was supposed to hang out with the Filipinos or the white kids, right?
Right.
So I was very confused when I was growing. Like, who am I? Who do I
Right.
go with? Because there was no
Right.
mixed group
Right.
to hang out with.
Right.
So I just tried to do both.
Okay.
But yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, so again, confusion.
Yeah, super confused.
I don't know what to do.
Yeah.
I can't be me. Why can't I just be me? Nobody's like, it's
Yeah.
almost like nobody's like me, so now what do I do kind of thing.
Yeah.
But that's what you should be, is be you.
Yeah.
But it's kind of looked down upon, like, oh, that's not who, or, you have to be a certain way.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's clear. I'm seeing that kind of energy in your lower back. So let's clear all the places that you can't be you. I don't fit in. I'm supposed to be or act a certain way. That's a heavy one. Okay, all the places I'm supposed to be a certain way, but I don't want to be a certain way. So it's almost like you're kind of fighting against yourself. So let's clear anywhere that you're fighting against yourself. Okay, and there's some energy on, okay, the other thing I'm picking up is almost like you can't get paid for being you kind of thing. So, I heard 16, so let's clear from age 16. And that feels like it's kind of tied to mom. And I see almost like you're supposed to do a certain thing so that you have a normal job or something. There's some kind of energy on like that you're supposed to have a normal job. So what did mom do for a living?
She worked at a bank.
So
Yeah.
normal. And it feels like you always, again, wanted to do something a little different. And then people were kind of like, oh, but why does she want to do something different kind of thing?
Yeah, I've always been that way, definitely.
And that's what your business is, being you, right?
Yeah.
Right.
But I feel different, like I don't belong all the time.
Okay.
It's like how I operate. It's like I don't know where I belong.
Right. But you just belong being you.
Yeah.
Just be you. Okay, so let's clear all the places that you can't get paid for being you. Let's clear. And anywhere that you should have, I keep hearing a quote unquote normal job. So all the places where you should have a normal job, we're going to clear. Okay, so all the places where you should have a quote unquote normal job, you should be, I keep hearing normal. So anywhere mom wanted you to just be normal, whatever normal is, we're going to clear. And I'm going to pull that out of your back. That's energy kind of in your lower back, middle back.
Yeah, I feel it in my right lower back.
Okay, so
and behind my right head.
Okay, so let's clear it. Okay, let's just clear anywhere that energy is it's kind of being stuck in your neck here. So anywhere that it's stuck, we're going to ask for it to clear. So the energy that's stuck in your neck, it's about you kind of speak like you're not speaking, like it's holding you back that way. So let's clear all the places that's anywhere in your body, especially your neck, that you can't speak your truth. I heard you can't hear your truth. So let's clear all of that. So anywhere that's in any parts. Okay, let's pull it out. So I see it almost like a big energy thing that's stuck here. So let's just kind of pull it out. Okay, and your right side is all about taking action. So anywhere that you're not taking action, or anywhere that you're stalled, or anywhere that energy is stagnant, because the energy to me feels like it's kind of stagnant here. So let's clear that. Okay, and it feels like you really stopped yourself 2 years ago is what I'm hearing, about really taking action and really being you. So we're going to clear that. Okay, pull it out. Okay, some part of it doesn't want to leave. So I'm hearing there's some part of you that thinks, oh, I have to leave something behind if I really step into being really me. So what do you feel like you're going to have to leave behind if you, does like anything pop up in your head? If you like really become you, or you're really you, or you show the world that you're you?
Yeah. I don't know. I struggle with, like where I got a lot of my education, like going that path and like being an ambassador for them, or just creating something newly with everything I've learned ever and my new ideas. It's like, I feel like, it's like I went to a certain college, and if I leave and do my own thing, I'm cheating on them or something. It's like I got a lot of this valuable information from one place, but I use it, I think, differently than anyone does.
Okay.
Because of the way my brain works. I feel like my brain works differently than other people's in my practice. So I think it's like that. I feel torn, just like working for someone else and doing my own thing.
So working for somebody else and being normal, or doing your own thing.
Yeah, but then I would get training and development and security from that.
Okay.
And growth, when on the other side of it, I don't know what I'm trying to do really.
Okay.
I don't have like a clear vision of what I would do if I didn't do the other thing.
Okay, so I'm going to ask this question, and you're going to be intuitive because you're very intuitive. Okay. So if you go with the path of working for whoever that is.
Yeah.
Okay, in 6 months, how happy are you on a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being the happiest? How happy are you doing it that way, or how much do you love doing it that way?
I think I would be a 7.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so now you're doing that in, say, 2 years from now. How happy are you?
The same thing. Yeah. I don't think I could do the same thing for 2 years.
Okay.
And
perfect.
Ever.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. Okay, so now if you branch out and do your own thing, and you're you, and you're getting paid for being you, in 6 months, how happy are you? Scale 1 to 10.
Like a 10.
Yeah. Yeah. So let's just, so the reason why so what happens is when you start to clear energy, things pop up, it's just showing you that there's still stuff there that needs to clear. So I'm hearing some fear. So let's just clear all the places that you're holding on to fear about being you and being your true self and being, I heard happy being you. So let's clear it. Okay, and I heard, some part of you is afraid that you can't support yourself doing it that way. Okay, so we're going to clear that. And that's I'm seeing that in your lower back too.
Okay.
So a lot of times the energy, the not supported, can't stand on your own 2 feet, that's a lot of times lower back. Not always, but that's sometimes where that is.
Okay.
But it's definitely like lower back. So let's clear it.
Okay.
So just imagine all the energy leaving. Okay, and all the places, anywhere that you're just afraid of change or a little bit afraid of change. I heard she just wants the answer of what to do next.
That would be so great.
Okay. So let's clear anywhere that you can't get the answer for being your true self. Getting paid for being your true self. Okay, so now I'm going to ask you another question, and you're going to get a very specific picture in your head.
Okay.
So it's 6 months from now, and you're doing what you love. Okay? What is that you're actually doing? Say it's 9 a.m. What are you doing?
I would just love to educate and empower people on how the brain works in the relationship to pain.
Okay.
People are really confused about why they have pain in their body, and they think like if their knee hurts, it's actually their knee, when 9 out of 10 times it actually is not. But no one's educated on that, and I was in the same boat, which is why I'm so passionate about it. So I feel like my job is to give all the information in my head away to people that need it. So that would be like my ideal situation, as I'm educating people and giving them the power to heal themselves and be their own scientists and research what will heal them versus listening to someone that maybe doesn't care about them or makes it worse.
Right.
Which usually is the case.
Right.
So,
which I can see your frustration in it.
Yeah.
Okay, so would you be doing webinars? Would you be teaching classes? Like, what's the picture? 6 months, what are you doing?
My first picture when you said that was online. It was a webinar, but I don't know how to do that.
Okay.
I do it in a one-on-one setting currently, just not at the magnitude I would like. It's not, my schedule isn't full.
Okay.
But
okay. So your first step then would be, okay, so how do I do a webinar?
Yeah.
Okay, so let's just clear one more time all the places that you're confused or you're afraid to take. I see the picture of your energy going, okay, I want to take that step. Oh, but I don't know. I want to take that step. So let's clear anything that's preventing you from getting paid for being you and being your true authentic self and giving all that knowledge to everyone that needs it. So anything that's preventing that, we're going to clear. I feel like I need to let go of all that. So we're going to let go of all of that energy.
I had never thought about that before. Like,
your energy totally brightened up. Did the light bulb go on?
Well, I had never been asked, like, oh, if you go down this path, which would make you happier? And I was like, oh my goodness.
Right.
Saying out loud is weird.
Yeah. Well, a lot of times it's in our head, but again, until I think we overcomplicate it. Like, we think it has to be complicated. And it's just like when you're starting something new, you take one step, and then after you take the one step, then you take the other. But a lot of times the reason why you don't take that step is because there's some kind of energy block there that needs to clear that's preventing you from taking the step. So if you clear the energy block, then you can take the step.
Right.
Okay. Woo! Awesome. Are you feeling better?
Yeah, I do.
Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to ask, I always like to give a person a download and like to fill you all kind of back in.
Okay.
All right, so we're going to fill you in with lots of love and light.
Okay.
And we're going to really ask for your soul to upgrade and be your true authentic self and get paid for being that true authentic self and loving you and taking that step and for all the steps to be easy. All right, so you are probably going to be processing, so you'll kind of process this energy for the next couple days.
Okay.
So sometimes people feel tired. Sometimes people are like, oh, I feel so light. I feel fantastic. Whatever it is, acknowledge it, be okay with it, and move on.
Okay.
All right?
Awesome.
Thank you so much for being here.
I appreciate it.
Thank you. Hey, everybody. You're intuitive just like Missy. So I would love for you to check inside and ask yourself, if you make this initial investment in yourself with sessions with me, will it bring you more cash and abundance in your life? If so, sign up now. Click on the link if you'd like to book sessions with me.